I was making this for Richie's Spice. I'd like to hear from you. What has been your craziest inspiration for a project? Hi, and welcome back to this channel if this is not your first time here. And if it is your first time here, karibu sana. My name is Wamwe Karaoke. On Instagram, you will still find me by the same name. What will I need next? Please, once you finish watching this video and subscribing here, please head to the Instagram and give me a follow. I was making this for Richie's Spice. So let me tell you how the idea to make this scarf for Richie's Spice came along. I'm also going to tell you what I think about the seal yarn. So when I heard that Richie's Spice was coming to Kenya, he's a Rastafarian, I told myself maybe I could make a scarf and probably it's gonna get to him. The only way for me to know whether it's going to get to him or not is by making it to start with. How ambitious is that? So that's where the whole idea came from. So I gave myself a deadline to finish, and I finished it. But then the edges were so bad, and at that time I wasn't a crocheter, so I tried doing the edges with a needle. It didn't work. It actually just made things worse. So you can see on the edges where I was turning the yarn, the edges are so clean, neat and nice. But where I was having the edges of the yarn cut for me to start, actually what I did, instead of cutting every time I finished to leave the edges, I would pull them along to the next row of colors like that, to the next block of colors like that. So they were very untidy, and what you can see here is that I tried to clean up with a needle, but it's not nice. So I decided, well, there'll be another time to get Richie's Spice his scarf, and this is the time. So today we are correcting these edges. We are going to make them neat, and hopefully one of you watching this video has Richie's Spice's number. We're going to call him and we're going to get him his scarf. What do you think? What do you think? So the first thing that I want to show you is the yarn that I used. So this scarf is made out of seal yarn. Seal is 3-ply and it's a chunky yarn, and it's made in Kenya. I'm also going to put a picture somewhere here on the side that I used to come up with this layout or pattern, like they call it. But yeah, it's not my original layout of colors or pattern. As I clean up now, which involves undoing what I had done with the needle, I'm also going to tell you what I think about the seal yarn. Let me get scissors. I'm back here. So now let's go back to the project of the day and talk about the seal yarn. The yarn seal, or the seal yarn, is a made in Kenya yarn. I love seal yarn and I have used it a lot since I started knitting. I remember one advice that I was given, which helped me a lot and which I am going to share with you. When you're starting crocheting or knitting, please do not go for the very expensive yarn to use it for your learning journey. It's going to be damn expensive because you make mistakes, you unravel or rogue. you unravel your projects. You make projects that sometimes are not projects that you're either going to be able to sell to get back the money or even wear. So go for yarn that is cheap, and cheap doesn't mean poor quality, and expensive doesn't mean good quality, guys. But go for yarn that is cheap, yarn that is easily reusable. Learn with it, and when you start perfecting your skill, you can now go for yarn that is a little bit expensive, because the projects you make or the items you make with it, you can now monetize. You can sell them and recoup your money and make a little profit. So that is something I'm sharing with you if you're watching this video and you're starting. So seal was my favorite. It goes for 180 shillings. I buy it at InStitch. I don't know whether it's the same price for all the shops, but from InStitch I pay 180 per skein. The other thing I like about it, besides being affordable, let me not use just cheap because cheap is relative, affordable, is the fact that the thickness is good. It's chunky, and therefore as a beginner you're able to use this yarn without problem. This yarn is easily reusable. I'm unraveling it and you can see how neat it is and still almost perfectly straight, so you don't lose anything. Those are 2 points. The other thing I like about it is the fact that the colors are so vibrant. There is no color you won't find. Like, it has most colors. Number 4, it's comfortable to your fingers. It's comfortable on your needles. It doesn't squeak and it doesn't feel rough on your skin, so that's good. It makes garments that are for cold weather. So since I started knitting in the cold weather, I was able to make enough scarves with it, and I can tell you all of them received a 5-star review because I sold most of those scarves. So for cold seasons, for sweaters to be worn in cold seasons, it makes very good garments that are warm. Now it's 100% acrylic, meaning it is also very easy to maintain. You don't have to worry about washing it in the machine. You don't have to worry about drying it, hanging. You don't have to worry about those things. It's very easy to maintain. Wash it by hand, wash it in the machine, hang it, dry or put it flat, whatever you choose. Hang it in, dry it in a dryer, whatever you want. This yarn is safe, so that makes a good Kai, will I finish this? It makes a good, now here I don't know what's happening. Yeah, it makes a good yarn for easy care. So those are 5 things I love about this yarn. Yeah, I just did what I didn't want to do. I just did it. So here we'll have to do some damage control. So let's go to what I didn't like about this yarn, because I'm here to tell you the truth. I'm here to help you make a choice in your next yarn. I am here to make your next project an easier project to make decisions on. So what I didn't like about this yarn is the fact that it comes with knots. It has quite some knots. If you are unlucky, you will get many. If you're lucky, you might just get one in a skein. That's one. What else did I not like about it? The information that they don't provide on this yarn is information that I feel, or I think, and I believe it's very important to make the knitters and crocheters journey easy, making of projects easy and faster, easy to make decisions when buying the yarn for a particular project. That is why I'm putting this information in the category of I really don't like that part of cilia. So the first thing they don't offer is the needle size. There is no information of what needle size you should use. So if you're a beginner, you might struggle with that. You might find yourself using the wrong needle and having either a very tight tension or a loose one. But for experienced knitters, I don't think they now have that problem. And for the needles, for beginners, my advice is to keep your lowest size as 5 millimeters. You can do 6, 4.5. I found it tight. So do 5 or 6 millimeters needle with this yarn. The other information that they don't provide that for me is very important is the length of the yarn. So if you're doing your crow mat, your knitting mat, you have to be experienced to know exactly how much you will need. For beginners, this will be a struggle. For any project you'll want to do, you'll either buy less or you will buy more. But my advice to you is buy more. If you think you need 2 for that project, go for 3. The remaining one, you can always find something to make. Being an acrylic yarn, I think those are the most important 2 types of information that I feel they should provide with this, because for acrylic yarn, I really don't think you need the care instructions, but it will be good to have the care instructions on the label as well. So it looks like this I will have to, that's all I needed to undo. I've messed up somewhere. I have to figure out how to do it. What I want to do on this one is to do a border. Guys, you know, I do a center pull. I prefer to do center pulls and work with my yarn from the inside. But when you lose the label like this, the other one on the top now inafunguka tu. And sometimes they do mess each other. So let's first take this one like this. So I have my center pull here. I am going to make a knot like that. I want to show you the border I want to use on this. So this is the side I want to tidy up, but I will do it on this side and on this side so that we have a uniform scarf. So let's do this together. So I have my yarn on the hook. This hook is a size 5 millimeters, because even making this I used needle size 5 millimeters, and I also did the garter stitch. I'll have the yarn at the back and then I'll go in like that, and then I'll pull this yarn and make a slip stitch. So I've made some progress. I've repaired where I messed up, and so far so now, having said that, because I will only come back with this finished project, what would you say about Cillian if you have used it, and especially something that I haven't talked about here that you've experienced with this yarn? The purpose of this video is to give an honest review of the Cillian, so that especially for beginners who are getting into knitting and crocheting can have somewhere to refer and help them in making decisions of the yarn. Be honest, that is, be honest. Put your experiences in the comment section below and let's help each other, because probably it's also something that I don't know. Overall, This is one of my favorite yarns, and especially among the Kenyan made yarns. I love it. I've used it a lot. So from here on, just enjoy all the projects I have made using silk yarn. And of course, at the end, you will see the finished product here. If you've come this far, you've watched this video and you've loved it, give it a thumbs up. If you know any beginner knitters and crocheters, share with them. Subscribe. Tafadhali, subscribe. It's a bye for now. Until the next video. Until the next video. Bye.